Yo, what's poppin'? You know what time it is, man. We are back in the building. Mr. J Hill, I'm here.
Alexander Blanc, I'm here.
This is the first episode, or is it the first one we introducing it? We don't know. We've been recording.
It's really like the third at this point.
Bro. It's been back to back. But yo, 1% better. Shout out to all the new and returning subscribers of the J Hill Network, of the 1% Better Show, formerly known as, we'll name this podcast later. We appreciate you guys. You already know by now we over 100,000 subscribers, and it's all because of you. If you want to support the podcast or the platform in any form of way, all you got to do is support down here. You're going to see my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Zelle. We love you, man. What did your donations go to? It goes to everything. I don't know if you guys can see. Cause
go show them the new stuff that they buy.
It looked good. Listen, it looked good from the camera, but like in the background, it's a bunch of like, it's just we need some help. You know what I'm saying? So
every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts, man. We appreciate you, Alex. What up, brother?
How are you?
I'm good, man. Tim is in the building.
Yes, sir. Still was good.
My line brother, for you guys who has been following the show, all 5 of you. We're going to get there, though. It's okay. I'm confident.
We had 100 at least. You can say it's at least 100 people. He said, 5.
I don't know. Probably like 10.
They committed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So for the 10 people, it's cool. I'm cool. Trust me. That's cool. I'm good with it because I done seen it. We done it, been there, done that. For the 10 people that's been locked into this show specifically, thank you. You guys heard me talk about me potentially like playing with some guests, like co-hosts and things like that. Tim was one of them, my line brother.
He played with me.
Yeah, man, I'm not playing with you, bro.
Y'all starting already? We ain't even 10 minutes in. That's nice.
But this is Tim, everybody. Tim, introduce yourself, man.
What's good? What's good? I don't have one of them fancy names. I'm not like, Tim. Yeah.
Tim is let me tell you why Tim is a professional podcaster. Because he consumes one of the biggest podcasts, like, more than anybody I know. So, like, you know how when you watch something a lot, you could, like, he think he's slick. Like, you know, like, I think I'm slick. Probably being I was practicing pod and, like, me on the mic.
I've never cracked this.
Nigga had the two.
We know how it goes. I'm sure he knows how to go because, you watch it, you consume it. Like,
yeah, of course, you watch little things here and there, but,
I'll give Tim his flowers, too, because even with TGSP, bro, like, Catch 22, he used to pull up, like, you know what I'm saying, setting up the hookahs and everything. So he's been around it for a while now. So
that's shout out to you, my boy. Tim is Tim. Like he's like he ain't no stranger to this shit.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Yeah, man. So that's what's up. That's what we doing, guys. Tim is in the building. We just doing some chemistry testing. More than likely, I don't even think we need a chemistry test for real. Like, you're right.
You guys, my guy, man.
Yeah, man. Alex. How was your week? Do we do that again? Because we've been recording so much.
That's what I was saying. I don't think we need to do that.
We don't need to do that? Because we probably had this conversation like 100 times.
At this point.
Like, god damn, what we talking about today?
Man, it's a whole lot.
It is.
It's a whole lot.
Yo, you want to rehab the conversation that we ain't send the world?
Yeah. I do.
Because we not dropping that this week because we got something else dropping.
So by the time it come out, there's so much new information that's come out. That's what we were just talking about. You know what I mean? I think that is an conversation that we need to...
Do we redo the conversation and scrap the other one?
I don't think we need to because it might not drop depending on how good this conversation gets.
God damn, well, let the people know what we talking about.
So essentially, sad news, obviously, talking about the Southern University student that passed away tragically. There's new information that has come out. So at the time that we recorded on Friday, there was only one person that had been arrested. 2 more arrests have been made in reference to the tragic passing of the student by the name of Caleb Wilson. So new updates that came out today, they have now arrested a 25-year-old man by the name of Kyle Thurman, and as well as Isaiah Smith. Y'all know more about this, but they are now being charged with felony criminal hazing for their role in the death of Caleb Wilson, which is very sad. But then also last week, as we talked about, they arrested 23-year-old Caleb McRae, who was facing criminal hazing as well as manslaughter charges. So kind of a breakdown of what has been going on. We know that more information is still going to be coming out, but it has sparked the outrage on social media as people talking about hazing, talking about the culture. You had certain notable celebrities that have come out calling Omega Psi Phi like a gang and things of that nature.
Who said that? Are you talking about Jim Jones?
Uh-huh.
That ain't got nothing to do with that.
You don't think so?
No.
No, that was before that.
You said, oh, it wasn't.
That was before that. The timing isn't good at all. Top
Yeah,
is not
that
good at all.
do with that, but my bad. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, no, but I mean, as far as all of the conversations that other people are having on social media, just wanted to kind of bring it. This is something that you were passionate about. We were recording about it before, but now you have two people who you are both are part of the organization, so they could shine more light to the conversation overall.
Man, I feel the same way, bro. I feel like it's a hard conversation to have because this is somebody that we lost a child, 22 years old, right? The guy that died,
20.
No, the guy.
Oh no, the guy
20.
that died. Yes, sorry.
The guy that died 20. The one that got arrested was 23. Just graduated, right? So even before we got to the other two that got arrested, my stance on that is just like we lost two children. These that wasn't kids that decided to wake up and go do negative stuff. They woke up and decided to do something positive with their life, right? And I feel like that right there is just disheartening to me because I'm a part of this fraternity. I love this fraternity. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's like some things got to give. And I'm willing to sacrifice part of the fraternity for the betterment of the kids that's coming after me. Because this shouldn't happen. Like I think I don't want to say hazing, but I am pro some type of process of some barrier of entry. I am pro that, right? And some people might not agree with that. I'm just, I'm always transferring my feelings. However, it doesn't have to come to death. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like this hazing has been a culture, or this has created a culture around my fraternity. Because I think if anybody, and again, this is my personal opinion, anytime you speak about Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated or the Bros, is a certain way you see us. And that shouldn't be the case. And if we have to be the falling victim, or if we have to be the sacrificial lamb, so to say, right, for people to get it, I think it's a necessary evil. And it ain't evil. We just lost somebody. If I lost my kid, nigga, fuck the person who did it and anybody that got to do with it. I feel like a lot of people that's the bros or accused, they look at it like, man, bro, we want to just do away with the frat for one bad apple. Bro, that's thinking small in my opinion, right? Because we talk about hazing ain't just a Omega Psi Phi thing. It ain't just a D9 thing. It's fraternities all around the world. Shit, military.
Yeah.
Shit, football players. Like, they haze everywhere. So I'm looking at it like, yo, I think instead of charging this kid with manslaughter, nigga, charge the fraternity with manslaughter. And I know niggas gonna kill me for that. I don't give a damn. But I feel like it's something that need to be happening because it'll send a message so loud around the world that anybody that got anything to do with any type of process like this or similar, they're gonna think twice. Like, you know what? Yo, they just popped a fraternity. A whole organization. Yeah, maybe we better chill out.
Well, you can't charge.
I mean, I know that, though. Literally, you can't. I'm just saying, like, figuratively, maybe go on a moratorium for 10 years. And people are like, yo, you can't. I get it. I understand. But sometimes you learn as extremities. That's it. I wouldn't say. You've been a part of, I'm saying, no, you've been in positions.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I have.
Like you can talk
So yeah,
way more than me.
At one point, I've even reached the highest council in the frat, the Supreme Council. First off, rest in peace to the young man that passed. To his family, to his friends, to everybody around him who's missing him. Losing life to anything is just you don't want to see it.
Real.
It's a tough conversation to have because, I get the aspect of we lost two young men, right? And then there's people online saying different things. Well, this person is just doing what was done to them. Get rid of the bros, F the bros. You know what I'm saying? People are entitled to their feelings, and everyone deserves to feel how they feel based on what triggers them and what they've seen. That it's hard to come out with certain things too because as facts are coming out. But at the end of the day, no one should lose their life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we talked, like you mentioned, the military has hazing. Sports teams have hazing. A lot of white organizations have hazing, especially with drinking,
Band has
the band, you know what I'm saying? The band, the culture, somebody has to look at this and just now has to say something has to be done. Something has to be changed somewhere. and it just gets tricky where you're gonna. So he's probably gonna take the fall, and as somebody who has gone through something and had to take a fall for something that that's neither here nor there, they're gonna make an example out of him.
Yeah, I just don't think the example out of the person is big enough. And that's just me.
But that's what you're talking about is going to have to be something civil, and that's money. That's at the end of the day. That's where organizations are money.
Yeah,
I'm saying they're businesses. So like, somebody died. Somebody got to be responsible. Like they're gonna find somebody responsible.
yeah.
Whether now on the criminal side, they'll go civilly. They'll get their bread. However they're gonna go about that. But they may even go after the school. You know what I'm saying? Because these are students, or these are technically a student organization. This is tough.
So let me ask y'all this question. I'm outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a GDI, as people would call me. And
I hate that term, but
God damn it.
but like I'm just a civilian looking from the outside in. But when I think of Omega Psi Phi, you have great people that have come from the organization. You have the founder of Negro
Achievement Week.
Negro Achievement Week that became Black History Month.
Correct.
You have people like gosh, why am I drawing a blank on him right now? But the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Well, forget all that. I'm sorry.
But
Pause.
But
Is this the first thing that really comes to your mind when you think about the bros? Honestly.
I mean,
Or you playing journalism?
when I think of the brothers, y'all lit, y'all turn. But at the same time, because I've been in the news space and I've studied y'all and everything, I know that there's great people. They have that Rustin that just came out about somebody that has been transcendent, like in the civil rights movement. The reason why I'm asking this question is this is the introduction to a lot of the bros, to a lot of people that are not affiliated with the Divine Nine and things of that nature.
People already who have bad thoughts about it.
Exactly.
Out the gate.
So like, what happened from 1911 to now? Where do you all feel like the principles that was instilled then are still being put into practice today?
Selection process.
Elaborate. I don't understand what that means.
When you think of Omega men in the past, you're thinking of all those leaders you named. You're thinking of people are leaders not just on a local level, on a national level. We've put like this back to the Jim Jones conversation, where like the fact that Jim Jones can come out in 2025 and say, "Yo, gangs and frats are the same thing," and if you get online, there's a good number of people who believe that and agree with that. What are we showing them? TikTok dances? Like no one does any work anymore. So yeah, we look like a joke because no one's doing anything that's actually of substance. Let me not say nobody, but that's not the overwhelming thought. That's not the overwhelming thing that people are seeing. So you're gonna cause people to have a different opinion, and then when you tie that in with now someone dying from hazing, it's like, wait a minute, what are y'all doing over there? So from the outside looking in, you can't blame anybody for their thoughts on that, because what are we showing them?
I mean, I feel like the selection process is with everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? Like every fraternity and sorority. I just think, again, we as the bros, I'm taking accountability for me, right? I said this Friday.
Yeah.
I feel like, bro, like we created a culture that's like this macho man culture that just it only gets worse over time. It's like, okay, this was done. I want to up it a notch. And until you up it to so much that somebody dies, it just is what it is. Again, and that's why this hurts me so much, because, again, I do feel like partially accountable. Why? Because I partake in some of these things, right? Even if I wasn't there. The fact that it's somebody, I said this Friday, it's somebody somewhere who's looking at my platform saying, yo, damn, J Hill is the bruh, because I wear it on my chest, literally and figuratively, right? Because I do love it, right? But I wear it on my chest so much that somebody's looking at me and be like, man, I want to do this. And I talk about my war stories, right? I might not talk about them publicly all the time because, discretion, but that's something that I talk about. And I'll be remiss if I didn't sit up here and be honest. I'm going to be honest with myself here, right? So the more I talk about my war stories, there's somebody somewhere like, nah, I want to be like that. It's kids like, I want that story that Jay had, literally. So they try to do that or beat that story, and then it cause harm, and like that's not okay. And I'm not about to sit up here and act like it's okay because I'm the bruh. I'm not about to do that. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I know that to every action has a counter reaction to it, right? So I'm looking at my reaction, even though that wasn't me, but guess what? It could be me. That could be my brother. That could be my friend. You know what I'm saying? That could be my son. So it's like, yo, like, that's why I look at it and I'm like, yo, we need a punishment. I'm sorry, bro. Like, niggas might not agree with it. But it's like, yo, clearly, when you think of the D9, you think about the Qs. When I think about other fraternities, I don't think about what I think about when I think about the Qs. It just is what it is. And I'm not trying to sound like a simp or Uncle Tom. I'm not. I'm just being accountable. And a lot of niggas have a problem with issues with being accountable, looking themselves in the mirror. And I know that if I'm like, I'm not on no board, right? That's why I brought Tim. Tim sat on the board. Tim had real positions. I never did that. So when I look at myself, I'm like, yo, what are you doing to reverse engineer it? So if this is what happened, right? And it's like we say small fruit, but some bad fruit can ruin a whole tree. That's how I look at it. But again, I'm not just looking at it from Omega Psi Phi, bro. Like you name people that did great work, right?
Been arrested.
Carter G. Woodson, right? I get it. Cool, but other fraternities got great men and people that did great things too. It don't stop with Omega. And again, I don't want to sound like harsh or anything, but it's the reality of it. If we go away tomorrow, it's still gonna be great men that do great things. At the end of the day, bro, we got an organization that niggas make fun of who decided to say, yo, they wasn't accepted or whatever their reason was, right? We can't get with the program like the rest of the D9. We gonna create our own thing. Niggas make fun of them to this day, but guess what? They did it. Just like that was happening, other things can happen too. I'm telling my kids, when you go to school, if you don't like it, if it don't fit into your morals, your ethics, you can do your own thing, create your own thing. You got things that Morgan smooth, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not promoting over my fraternity. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that people need to know that you don't have to go to school and be part of this to be cool. You don't got to do that. You could be an individual yourself and still be successful. Because at the end of the day, you get a part of these organizations. At the end of the day, it's a business, and they don't teach you that going in. That's something that hurt me. You feel me? Like, you come in, you think you're doing these things for the fraternity. You think you're doing positive just for them to throw you away. Because what's going to happen is people going to judge this kid that's getting arrested, right? Because they need somebody, and I get it. He did something wrong. I'm not trying to make no excuses for him. But at the end of the day, he's not about to get no support from the fraternity. That shit is whack. He thought he was doing something positive for his fraternity.
Yeah, no.
But he did, though. He thought he was doing something. Again, I'm not extremes. You only do what you was taught, right? I'm gonna let you go. I ain't even saying, like, I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I just know he thought he was doing something for his fraternity, initiating kids in. It just is what it is, right? He took an extreme. He went far. I'm just saying, I know the fraternity not gonna support him. No, they're gonna throw him away, catch him. No, we don't support. We don't do that, nigga. You lying? I'm sorry. The fraternity is a non-hazing, man. Shut the fuck up. Like, granted, they're doing a great job at the higher level, probably, right? Not doing all of these things. Cool, I respect it. But we can't ignore, come on, reality is reality. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing. Like, I'm not about to do that. So when I say, like, it's like, yo, he's only doing what was taught to him, right? So at the end of the day, what's going to happen is he do something, the fraternity going to throw him away. Nah, we don't support that. Get rid of him, right? But guess what? That same person, even if right? I'm not even an active member. But if I do something groundbreaking tomorrow, they're going to be like, yeah, he the Qs, he the bros. Salute him. That's one of us. Man, get the fuck out of here. Because the moment I do something that you don't agree with, you throw me away. Man, that shit is whack, bro. Niggas come into this for a brotherhood.
Well, that's the problem right there. The brotherhood is over with. You can get the brotherhood from it, but that ain't what it is no more. It's a business.
Yeah, for sure.
Any company you work for, if you go do outside of work, go do something great. Hey, can you send us that picture? We want to do a roll out of the crack area. You know, thank you for so much. You go and kill somebody, the ex-employee of Sears is now, you know what I'm saying? You're out of here. They're gonna get rid of you. Like, it's business. So I'm not surprised by it. Like, and that's another thing I learned, like, going up the totem pole and like having certain positions in the frat. This shit a business. Like, and once you open your eyes to it, I told y'all this 10 years ago, probably. Like, yo, this shit is not what I thought. Like, you get up, that shit is politics. It's kissing ass. It's I want the next position. And when you normally come up in the undergrad realm, you're not looking for the next position. You just doing it out of the love. Like, yo, I love what I think is going on right now. I want to give back. And if shit hit the fan too, they will get rid of you.
Yeah.
Look at me. They will get rid of you.
And my only thing is, like, again, I understand that, right? It's just, I guess I'm trying to come from it from just a human aspect of it. Like, Like, because you're right. You know what I'm saying? But again, we don't know. We learned this bit. We're 11 years in.
Sheesh.
You feel me? Like so of course we understand. But for the kids that don't, I know. That's why I'm passionate about it, because that could have been me. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, not to the extreme. When it comes to being X'd out, that was me. So where's the accountability from the fraternity? That's how I look at it. Because think about it. For Omega, for who she really is, for what Omega really is, right? You look at it and you say, let's say, let's reverse it. I'm a parent. I said it before. As a parent, if my child go out there and does some outlandish shit, no matter how good of a parent I was, I'm going to get out there and I'm be like, man, I don't condone that. I never teach that. But a part of me take a responsibility because it's something that I did or didn't do as a parent. So as a fraternity, I look at it as like, yo, instead of like, yeah, we can hold people accountable, but we still need support, because if that was your child, you would like, you know what? They need help, and yeah, they can be in jail, but I'm still going to visit. I'm going to still be there. I love you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, where's the accountability? Like, yo, we did create a culture. We did, even though we don't agree with that. We don't support that at all. But this did come from something that was years, decades before him.
I want to agree with you, and a lot of people are just going to not really accept this, but I agree with you on the moral point. That sounds good from a parent, because you have love for that child. You grew that child from inception to whatever it is, however old they are, whoever they become. The frat, again, back to being the business. They like, yo, we can't. They're not going to come out and say we take responsibility. That opens up the L word, liability.
Mm-hmm.
They're not throwing themselves in the way of liability. Like, be very clear. They want as little to no liability as possible.
Yeah.
So they can't come out and say, yeah, we know what's going on, because now you're admitting you have a problem. You're taking on way more liability. They are clearly showing you, yo, we have nothing to do with this shit. You saw the press conference. It was the mayor, it was the chief of police, the president of the university. The frat is saying, dog, we didn't approve that shit. We don't know what the fuck is going on. Is that right? No. Is that business? Yeah. Is it whack? Yeah. That's the problem now. And that goes back to, like, you brought up a great point. If I go do something great today, all's forgiven. They're going to act like, shit, he's been a member this whole time. You do something bad, former member of Omega Psi Phi, like, he hasn't paid dues in 10 years. Like, they're gonna clearly, like, find a loophole. You could have went 30 days without paying dues. Lapse. Former member of Omega Psi Phi. They're going to find any way to get you out of here to be like, yo, we have nothing to do with him. So it's fucked up, and it's gonna get way more fucked up.
Yeah, I just think because it's kids, bro. Like, bro, like, that could be anybody. And it's granted, reading a story after hearing everything, like, some shit came out. But even that, like, I think they tried to hide it, cover it up. Again, I'm not saying anything was right.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm saying, being so scared as a child, I can understand, like, you scared, bro. You don't know what, like, you're scared. Again, I wouldn't advise that at all. I wouldn't advise none of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's just, I can be more empathetic than, it's so many people out there judging. Like, so many people can judge. Bro, everybody be like, yo, what they say, friends, right? Man, I'll take a bullet to you until a gun is pointed at your head. You get what I'm trying to say? A nigga always say, what if? Nigga, if was a fifth, we all be drunk in this motherfucker. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's always an if. So it's like, everybody be so judgmental, and I don't fuck with that, bro. I don't fuck with that. Because you don't know what you're going to do when the shit hit the fan.
So, I mean, and I'm glad that you brought up that point, because you see from a national level that there's like a huge attack on hazing. You know what I'm saying? Biden signed before he left. He signed an anti-hazing bill that requires colleges and universities, like, you have to report it now. So there is a national effort outside of, like, again, that's all universities. So as people are watching this, just understand that, like, this is not something that is just pertaining to Black orgs or things of that nature. And it's just unfortunate, though, because, again, this is the first time, and I might be wrong, maybe I just haven't seen it, the first time that I've ever seen a specific organization named ever.
It's not. It's not.
It's not the first time? So this is the first time I've ever seen it. But it's just like when you have a specific organization that's named and is name dropping, you have people that are not privy to the culture, that don't understand it. The names that I named before, they don't know them.
Mhm.
They know them, but as far as being affiliated,
Yeah,
they don't care about that.
Yeah, facts.
So, like, you see that there's a cultural thing that is just in general across the U.S., so much so that you have the president of the United States signing a bill into action.
And that's why I say I'm so extreme with it. I know the bros, we could probably want to wreck me out. It's just when it's national, the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated is a spec to the world and the organizations that's in the world that partake in these things. That's how I look at it. And again, I love my fraternity. I'm not denouncing. If anything, to be real, so many. I'm gonna finish my point. So when I think about Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated being a spec to the world, right? Us losing 10 years to set an example for the world is worth kids dying. I'm not saying we the only people doing this shit. I ain't saying.
Wait, say that part again. Yeah,
Say that again.
It's not worth kids dying.
It's worth
saving the life.
saving the lives of kids.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not what I mean. So like, I know
No,
the bros.
we gotta.
The bros probably looking like, man, this nigga crazy, bro. Like, get rid of the frat, nigga. Yeah, yes. Like, what is it worth? What's it saying?
What is it worth to gain the world and lose your soul?
Come on, that's how I look at it. So it's like, yeah, what's 10 years or one fraternity compared to all the lives that we can save?
The reason, again, why I don't. Let me say I don't agree with it. Taking one org for 10 years, it's like you run away from the problem. Like, the problem is not going to get addressed because, all right, the bro's going for 10 years. Who's the one's going to lead the charge when it comes back?
But I bet when they lead the charge, when they come back, they're like, yo, they're going to think twice about how they go about things. That's how I look at it. So it will change some things.
It should. I think it's one of those things where we're speaking in the craziest what ifs, right?
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
very
Extremes,
hypothetical, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Like, the bros are gonna. It ain't. Let's take the bros out of it because any org is just watching right now. Like, everyone's watching. Like, everyone's going, okay, what's happening here? Changes are gonna come out regardless from this.
Yeah,
they have to. It's just anything like this is going to happen. Like, for instance, which something to bring up in Louisiana as of 2018, hazing became a felony.
That was my next point.
He went to school in Maryland. It's a misdemeanor in Maryland.
Jeez.
That's not so. Like, certain states are making their own adjustments on it as they go. There are major changes that have to come from the organization standpoint, the state standpoint, and then a federal standpoint. This is going to be a law that goes into effect. His name will be very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Very, very unfortunate. His name will be attached to whatever new law comes out and new adjustments are made as far as hazing and how it goes moving forward.
Yeah.
And no one should lose their life to he didn't choose to be a martyr. That wasn't what his goal was. Had that been a choice and he was willing to go out and die for this thing, that's different. Not saying that's okay. This kid was just going to change his life for what he thought was for the better. So it's unfortunate, but.
And I think the kid, like, I don't want to be insensitive because, again, I know, bro, I look at it like we lost 2 kids. Well, multiple now. And I don't want to be insensitive to the parents that lost their child because I think his life should be spared. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Life should be grace put on this case with the guy that was hazing. Only because I understand the culture that was created from my fraternity. That's it. And again, parts of that might be feeling a little guilty. But I'm a human. And I feel like, and when I say, like, I feel like we all should feel a little guilty because we all partake in it. And I look at it like, for everybody, this is what I was going to say. For all these niggas as, I might sound ignorant. I don't care. Whatever. For all the niggas that's denouncing because of religion, I feel like if anything, this should be something to denounce for. Because this what you should feel bad about. This is something that you can see. This is something that is fact, is there, right? Not saying your religion is fact or not, but it's so many different ideologies and ways to look at the Bible and what's right and what's wrong. We really don't know, respectfully, right? Not trying to downplay anybody's spiritual religion, right? You don't know. We just seen something. We just seen somebody die because of what we do. If anything, we should come together and denounce for that, not for all that other stuff. That's just my opinion. Again, people might not agree with that either, but that's just the reality of it. Nigga just lost his life.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And like, I don't know, bro. I just have a heart, bro. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I don't know, I got a heart, bro. And when I see this, I don't want this other kid get 40 years he facing.
Up to 40 years. Let me ask you this question, though. Because they didn't charge him with homicide. When you talk about grace and everything, like, he's charged with manslaughter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody is. So,
murder.
Huh?
Murder.
He's charged with manslaughter.
No, what I'm saying is they didn't charge you with murder.
Like homicide, yeah, like actual homicide. Because, homicide, you facing up to 25, you know what I'm saying, the intent to kill somebody. So,
okay.
like, in some
That
aspect, is grace.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just don't want to move away from the fact from the outside looking in. This is a kid, bro.
Yes, bro. But who woke up and decided to do positive with his life.
But then there's the other side of that I've been hearing. And again, the choice. People have been throwing that out. Like, the choice of going through the process. I've heard from other people that it's like...
From the guy that was killed.
Passed away, too. Like,
Yeah,
that he didn't run away. He could have walked away.
Yeah.
Things of that nature. I can't speak to that. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but it's just a matter of... That's what I've been hearing. People have been saying.
I'm not rolling with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But just like I'm not rolling. But again, I'm trying to be insensitive. I'm trying to be careful with the conversation. But just like I'm not rocking with that, I'm not rocking with the kid that chose to. He didn't choose to kill somebody.
That's true.
But here's the difference. So good thing, not good thing. One person didn't choose to. They chose to partake in the work. He didn't choose to die.
Right.
One kid chose to be on the other side of it. He didn't choose that kid was going to die. Now he has to face charges. Two people are leaving with consequences.
That's a
and in life it's just.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a great point.
No one none of them woke up that morning knowing my life's gonna change.
So
like this.
I love that. That's a great point. Now that's why I put the fraternity into it.
Okay.
Of the support and what you like. How you move forward. Because you're right. Like, that's absolutely right. But I'm looking at it like, yo, because this is the culture, who's going to have my back? Not even get me out of it. Yeah, because as men, we learn that you got to suffer the consequences. You got to suffer the consequences from your action. And I respect that as a man. But that doesn't mean that you leave me hanging. That's how I look at it. And that's why I say I feel partially to blame. Because I, too, took parts in some things. Right? And as for every member of the fraternity to look at themselves in the mirror and look and have that conversation with themselves. A lot of niggas be scared to have these real conversations. I'm not. And I feel good to be able to be on a platform and be real. A lot of niggas run from this because now I don't want to impersonate myself. Like, nah, bro, what happened to being a person? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, like, I don't know, bro. I don't rock with that. Like, when it comes to morals, like, yo, we know what the fuck we did. Even and not even to have no dick measuring contest. If you think about the D9 and the orgs that's inside the D9, it's only one org that got the stigma that we got. We all got our own stigmas, but come on, so this shit ain't no stigma for a reason. Jim Jones ain't just saying this for a reason. He just isolate us for a reason, for no reason. Think about it. So it speaks for itself. So all I'm saying is, yeah, the dude can suffer his consequences, but he shouldn't just be isolated or left to dry by himself to do so. That's all I'm saying. And again, I know people ain't agree with it, but that's just how I personally feel. Because if it wasn't tradition, I probably wouldn't be doing it. If it wasn't done before me, I probably wouldn't be acting in this way. It just is what it is.
You both are parents, and it's spring season, so people will be popping out, but then also means that some people may be going into the process or intake or however it goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my pastor last week, and he has 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
He's a member of Omega Psi Phi. Both of his sons are members as well. And something that he said to me, he was like, every night that I knew that they were online, I prayed for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why? He was like, because I know something could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him a very hard question in that moment, because I was like, so you know that this could have been like a possibility?
This could have been a worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. And he said, yeah. And I said, so why would you let them go through that process knowing that this is a worst case scenario possibility, right? And his answer to me was similar to, it was like, just like if my son wanted to play football, it could take his life, but it's something that he loved to do, and that's something that he wanted to do. You have a bunch of young black men who are interested in the org, who are to see this event, who see this, and this is their stigma now towards it, right? Some will still move forward, but then you have other people that are now questioning. What do y'all say to those individuals?
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, for instance, like you brought up with your pastor, right? And he like the worst case scenario is someone could die, right?
Allegedly.
But in people's minds, that really ain't the worst thing that's gonna happen. Like, you know what the worst thing most people think? We're gonna get popped. We're not gonna make it probate. A lot of people aren't even thinking about the real things that could happen. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, people, it's like people scamming. You hear it's a lick. Oh, I could get on DoorDash. I could do this scam. I can go, whatever app is this scam. Pandemic. What was the loans? PP loans.
Yeah.
We all doing this shit. Niggas are getting arrested. Oh shit, it's serious now. People don't think shit's serious until they start making examples.
Yeah.
Then it changes shit. And a lot of people who are not in certain lifestyles aren't used to just, you're committing a crime. Like, you have to understand, like, this is the worst case scenario. And you have to live with that if you decide to do that. So these are normally college kids. A lot of college kids have never done a real crime. They're not even thinking about the worst case scenario, what really could happen. And that's how you be seeing the first 48 episodes.
But from a parent perspective, I guess.
And then also from like
what are you asking?
Yeah, from a parent, but then also as somebody that is interested.
No, so he's
and that's what I'm saying. You're gonna lose people because they like, yo, that's what's going on over there. I'm cool. You brought up football. Football turns the most basketball players than anything in the world. Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna play basketball.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be the same concept, and you can't blame nobody if you don't want to do this no more because you think it's wild. You deserve that right. Like, joining a frat isn't for everybody. Being a brother isn't for everybody. You don't have to join a frat or sorority to make a difference. You don't have to join a frat sorority to be a change maker. You don't have to do that to even network. There are other organizations you can join. There are plenty of things you can do. If you're doing it, and you got to also make sure you're doing it for the right reasons.
What does that look like?
The work.
Yeah, I think so. It's funny because this was, it's weird because how the culture is created. Again, I'm sorry, it's just the reality of it. So like sometimes kids are teased for saying what deemed the right answer. I was so happened to be one of them guys who had the right answer but really meant it, right? So like, because I didn't go to a HBCU at first. I went to a PWI school. I seen Steve Harvey win the Humanitarian Man of the Year award, right? I was always active in high school. I'm like, oh shit, that's what I do. He threw up the hooks. I'm like, oh, I could do that. That's what I want to be, really, right? But I've seen so many instances where a kid will say what's supposed to be said, and it's like, you trying to be a shining star or something like that. And it's like, what if that is the real? But that should be the reason, right? If that makes sense. But it's like, I don't know if we have enough representation for that to be the reason, though.
Right now, currently.
Wow, that's a good point.
We don't. A lot of the kids that are coming up now aren't going back and doing all the research about all the influential people. They get on TikTok. They are lit. I'm going to that school. You'd be surprised how many kids from different places choose their school based on the organization they're going to join.
I mean, I did that,
bro, and that's why
off of YouTube. Like I don't know if y'all remember the I'm Schmack videos back in the day. Do you remember that?
I feel like I remember it.
It was like they were kind of touring and going to like the littest campuses on YouTube and things of that nature.
But that's why I say, as a man, I can't speak for everybody else. I do take partial accountability because, again, you gotta understand, bro. I'm somebody who's in media, right? Who even before media, we talk about how I'm able to be grounded because I was always somebody in a space in my life. I didn't need radio. I didn't need podcasting. But before that, we had a big movement, right? In my organization that I knew influenced a lot of kids that probably want to be the bros. And I look at it and like, okay, yeah, that made, what type of bros did that create? What type of kids that influence? Right? Like, if I had it my way, I would love for somebody to see me doing positive things and then be like, yo, I want to be a part of his organization because of that. Instead of me doing some shit with my neck that's going to track holes. Now, you know what I'm trying to say? And again, I grew up, so a lot of times you learn, you know better, you do better. So I'm not like condemning nobody. It's just being an adult, I want to make different changes. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I don't know. This conversation, all I can do is, all we can do is just start the conversation. Again, I ain't here to judge nobody. It's so we can start in hopes that it can motivate somebody else to go out there and do make a change, if that makes sense. So it's like, I don't know, bro, but I don't know. I know it starts with accountability. You looking at yourself. What are you doing? And that's why when I was talking to y'all, I was like, I could do more, right? And niggas be like, no, you doing great. And granted, but like, that's why we named the show 1% Better. Because even in the good that I am doing, how can I do better than that?
What do you say about the people who don't care to see the positive?
I can't speak to them.
Okay, let me rephrase this. Give us, for example, we have videos where during that Flint water crisis, we went twice, drove
all the way to
2 truckloads of water to Flint, right, and gave back. Video, the views and likes on that video we ain't go that crazy. Same page post the Necro video, hundreds of thousands. People on social media gravitated to one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say to the people that say the positive ain't really get people to come?
Yeah, I love that. Because you got to do it. Whew, that's a great question.
That's a deep.
You got to, it's easy though. You just do it enough until it does become a thing. Because think about it. It's just with my podcast, right? I used to put out the most crazy clips. Still, sometimes I might put out a funny clip, but that's what people knew me as. So of course they're going to gravitate to the neck road, because that's what we know the bros. I say this reputation, the culture. We know the bros for that. That's what we want to see. Until you feed them the opposite so much that it becomes the norm, and then it reverse engineers it. That's what it is. Like, it's not being done enough. We can't do it once or twice and then people think things going to change. No, you got to do it so much that it becomes your identity. It's like, oh, that's what I want to be a part of.
Mm-hmm. And that's that. To that point, like, there's a saying that all it takes for evil to progress in this world is the absence of good. So just because evil is going to be evil doesn't mean you stop being good, because evil going to keep pushing forward. But it's too many people that's just like, all right, bro, like, it's going to be what it's going to be. And that's where you see that decline in humanity. That's where you see this desire for the negativity. This is a humanity conversation outside of, fuck the organization, as far as negativity and how.
Hey, man, watch him out, man.
Huh?
I'm fucking with you.
Oh yeah, my bad. but the conversation, because this is something that is rooted in humanity as a whole, where negativity just sells. You know what I'm saying? You talk about sex and music and things of that nature. You talk about all of those aspects, but that shouldn't deter somebody that has something good in their heart that they're trying to do. Just pressure on. Like, even if they don't see it right now, it might not be why you even alive, bro. But just know that, like, as long as you know that God put that in your heart, to keep pushing forward with that vision.
And I do want to go back to, bro, like, I don't have no ill will for the fraternity. I do don't like how the business took, but it is what it is, because I was a kid when I got it. I do want to make it known that, like, I gained a lot of positive from my fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it fucked up. Like, I don't want to sit up here like I'm bitter. Like, nah, like, I met Tim, like my brother, loving that guy to death. Like, I met really good men. I've gotten some really dope opportunities, and it definitely has changed my life for the better. And I have to acknowledge that, right? Again, though, my stance is about it being bigger than that, though. Because if it can save lives from all other orgs, from all other people around the world. So I don't want to seem like I'm just trying to shit on the fraternity. It's just, when we say Jesus
leaves the 99.
Jesus went to go get that one. To get that one. So if we can save one, then that's what it's worth. If Jesus can do it, that's the type of time I'm on. You get what I'm trying to say? It ain't about fuck the frat. Nah, bro. It's like, yo, if this can save more kids' lives in the future, I'm willing to be that sacrificial lamb. What do you even stand for something or you fall for anything? That's how I look at it, bro. And the fact that this happened with us,
I gotta set the standard. Is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I know brothers gonna look at like, man, this nigga tripping. He wild. Fuck that nigga.
Well, that's good. And just I didn't want to forget the point that you made about Louisiana. So in Louisiana, in 2018, they passed the Max Gruber Act, which was named after a Louisiana state student that passed away from alcohol poisoning when he was after hazing in Phi Delta Theta fraternity house. So this is
that a white one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's a culture that is not specific, but
They changed the whole law.
but that's what I'm saying. Like this,
But imagine if you strip that frat. Is that frat still around? Yeah.
first probably.
That's what I mean extreme. Because you strip the frat, niggas like, yo, y'all niggas keep playing, the whole frat gonna be done. That's why I'm like extreme. I know niggas ain't trying to hear it. That's all I'm saying.
So, I mean, under this law, I'm going to keep on reading. It said, under the act, if a person is being hazed or seriously injured, violators face up to a $10,000 fine and up to 5 years in prison. And then that's separate from, obviously, like if you get charged with like manslaughter or homicide. So that's just separate.
That's just for hazing.
Yeah, just for hazing. And then it also says that organizations in Louisiana, representatives, and officers of an organization in educational institutions can also face penalties.
Sheesh.
So in Louisiana, that makes sense. In Louisiana, they are taking those steps now. But they're having a conversation of nationalism.
Yeah, I'm saying around the world, nigga. Like I'm saying moratorium around the world. That's gonna make a statement, nigga. Niggas gonna be like, oh yeah, because what happened is out of sight, out of mind. Nigga, we ain't just in the U.S. Like, it's gonna be niggas out of the country. Like, yeah, bro, if this could happen over there, we should chill. Or not even just over there, because now it affects everybody, not just one space, not just one area. That's what I'm saying.
Well, my friend, you might have just got your wish. Because the last line, the fraternity from the AP, this is as of today, says the fraternity that Wilson was pledging, Omega Psi Phi, could face civil penalties under the act.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, he said
So it's going to be civil.
They're gonna crack their pockets. I mean, it's gonna be insurance, but they're gonna crack the frat pockets.
But apparently, a spokesperson from the fraternity is cooperating with authorities. So
you thought they had a choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's again. I just wanted to get the conversation started. I know I'm like, they gonna crucify me on this, but whatever. If I gotta be the sacrificial lamb, fuck it.
it is what it is.
What else we got on the bracket, brother?
Well, y'all sent me a whole lot of fatherhood situations. So we're going to our terrible takes.
It was one thing I sent you. What was
No.
the first one?
So there was a. Sorry, let me.
Well,
there was he got killed. The rapper that was killed, and his daughter, the 5-year-old. That was the first.
No, not that one though. That was crazy though. I seen a mother on Instagram Live. Just talking. That shit crazy. Whatever.
I don't think you sent me anything about a mother.
Nah. I'm saying I seen it, but it was
I
something.
think wasn't the DDG thing you said first?
You sent the
I
DDG
think-
thing, but it was
I might have been a DDG. But it was something else. What else?
So we have Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter. Repeated them
Mhm.
that he was killed due to gang violence, but his daughter also caught a straight bullet and passed away as well. We had the Stephen A. Smith.
That.
Okay.
It was that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to speak on the actual situation at first. So, for everybody that don't know, just break it down.
Yeah. So at a game where the Lakers were playing, I don't remember who the Lakers were playing. I'm sorry for escaping that. But Stephen A. was courtside at a Lakers game where LeBron James came up and confronted him and essentially told him to keep his son out of any conversations that Stephen A. has been having. Stephen A. has been not critical, because I went back and looked at the tapes, y'all. I looked back, not critical, but he was holding him to a standard of somebody that I would say came out in the first round.
Okay. All right. I thought you was going with some bullshit. Yeah, you're right.
He held him to the standard of somebody that came out in the first round. Ronnie was a second round pick, you know what I'm saying? So, but because you're LeBron James' son, they're still holding him up to that status. So LeBron James had a few choice words from him. Again, everybody is speculating what he's saying because you really couldn't hear the conversation. Stephen A. went out the next day and addressed it, and now we're here, where you have the internet talking about LeBron James, the father, versus LeBron James, the player,
Right.
and how he should have showed up in that.
So before we get into the conversation, when I sent that reason, some totally left field.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that the way Stephen A. Smith addressed it on ESPN versus his own show. it showed the change in culture of media versus like independency. And I just thought it was so dope.
Okay.
That's really it. Like, there's something way
What
different
do you
outside
mean?
of
What
it.
could you elaborate though?
So
We're
I
getting into
think
that
on
conversation,
the ESPN again, I only watched it once. He talked about what happened, right? But I don't think he went in full detail. Whereas I think on his show, you correct me if I'm wrong if y'all watched it, he actually explained what LeBron said and things like that.
Mhm.
And I just thought it was so dope that this is able to happen. And I'm wondering, like, is it going to be a space eventually where this is going to be now like a non-compete clause or like a
They're trying to reach
conflict of interest where,
For some people.
yeah, that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, yo, this is interesting from a media perspective or business perspective.
When you build your brand up enough that you can kind of do that, you can do that. When you new in the game, the new ones, they're gonna stop that. You know, y'all can, if y'all whatever, they're gonna put parameters that say you can only do this on this X amount of time, or you can't speak on. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put that in their contracts. Stephen A is big enough where he can say what he wants on his own. Like, I can have my platform. He put that contract. That was crazy.
I miss it.
Nah, that's crazy. You don't gotta repeat it. I caught myself while I did it, and I was like, I'm wilding. But
Oh, he is. Oh, wow. Okay.
but he can do that. Like Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he like runs the first 2 hours on ESPN, and then it cuts and it goes only to YouTube.
Wow.
They start bugging when they go to YouTube.
But that's because, again, he built his brand outside it. And they kind of bought in because he even have the disclaimer. Like, I'm gonna say what I say. I've never seen that on ESPN for real.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like a disclaimer, like, hey, we cussing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Talk.
yeah,
That's how it goes.
like,
That's how real people talk.
it's gonna be what it is, bro.
Yeah.
But as far as the conversation of being able to have your own space, but then also being with like a major company or something in that capacity, it's kind of like what Joe Budden was doing with Everyday Struggle.
Yeah.
I think that he's getting a hella coin. But don't think for a moment that before he goes and talks on his own platform that he doesn't speak to them. Because when he went at Whitlock, he told ESPN, he said it. He was like, listen, there are going to be clips. You're going to hear from me. I'm going to address this one time. It's going to sound very different from any conversation that you ever heard me
I remember
say
that.
before.
Yeah.
So don't think for a moment that even while he is independent, that he still doesn't have to check in with ESPN and the mouse overall. So I do think that there's going to be it's kind of like, I feel like, I don't know too much about the music industry to say like, okay, you are signed to a label, but you can start your own label, but there's still some type of seniority in a sense. So I can't speak in detail because I don't know Stephen A specifically, but in that space, I just think that there's going to be more people that they see the power in having your own YouTube channel. I'm getting 100% of this. I don't got to split the rev shares or something. I can dictate my hours and how the flow of this show is going to go. He bringing on people like his nephew. Shout out to his nephew. He's killing the game.
Oh, he's killing it.
Shout out to his nephew. He's hilarious. But now it's kind of like in the space of, I have two platforms. And if you want to hear an unfiltered or more conversation, tune into the Stephen A show.
Yeah, I said that because that's the first thing that came to my mind. You know me, I don't be caring about that. I'm like, this is dope. I'm like, yo, wait, because I just watched him on ESPN talk about it. And I caught the clip. I don't even think I watched it. I just seen it and like he explains exactly what he said. I'm like, you smart nigga.
It
What
is,
about
bro.
Shannon and Ocho? The same thing. Shannon has what's the late night show with Ocho?
Nightcap.
Yeah.
And he got daytime.
On ESPN. I mean,
Two different.
and they talk very different.
They wild. They super horny on there.
Yeah.
They bugging on there.
But I guess the one topic, it just stood out to me because he spoke about the topic twice, but it was very different. Whereas though Shannon Sharp, like, he not talking about, the horny shit on ESPN for real. Like, it's just, I just thought it popped out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that was it.
What if they gave him like an obligation? Like he fulfilled whatever. Like, hey, you gotta address.
You talked about it.
I bet I talked about it.
Facts.
Want to see the real truth? Get on my show tonight at 9 o'clock.
No, for sure.
Do y'all care about the
LeBron stuff?
Yeah,
I mean, kinda. Like, not really, but I guess it's just an interesting conversation of being a player versus being a dad. Like, how do you show up in that space? Because he is a player. Your son is a player in the league. Some people are calling him a nepotism hire.
What? That's what.
But is it,
Let me tell you something. For
That
niggas
should
that
be-
talk about nepotism, nigga, you can go to hell, nigga. Talk about, like, listen, because that's what we doing for. Fuck is you talking about,
Right.
nigga?
Nepotism is only a problem when black people do it.
Mm.
It's only a problem when black people do it.
Is it?
Every company you know that's named something and Sons.
Huh.
Every company you name that is literally passed down generation to generation of ownership of this company. It's my kid. Yes, I'm gonna pass it down.
Why wouldn't
Why wouldn't I? Like, what the fuck?
I? Facts.
I'm gonna put this child in the best opportunity possible, and I have it.
Oh, you think I'm gonna give it to you? Oh, okay, because you work hard.
No.
Congratulations, nigga.
Now the problem with it is that we have not had the opportunity to give pass nepotism down and use our nepotism right way because you normally get stopped there or you don't get to that level to do it. You got two options. You can have your son be Bronny, or you can have your son be Marcus Jordan. What you want?
Yo, you know my dad, right?
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yo. You know my dad, right? I am Michael
Listen,
Jordan's
hold on.
son. You hear me?
hey,
Listen, Marcus Jordan would have thrived in the NIL year. Okay,
Well, a Coke sponsor,
hey, he would have got the NIL deal, bro. Listen,
okay.
and he would have pissed it away.
I
Nigga
mean,
would have been a razor blades, but
what was the what's Zaire? He was cold too. Who Zaire Wade?
Yeah.
Or is that the one that be hooping? Not Zaire. What's his other son's there?
what are we talking about?
I think so.
Zaire's Wade, right?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So he was cold too. He didn't get that nepotism.
He didn't make it nowhere.
But
Was it
still,
good?
it ain't LeBron.
Hold up. Here's the thing people are not realizing too. Bronny was
He
3
also-
picks before the last pick of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Son of the Knicks is killing. I forgot his name, but he's killing. He's not killing, but he's doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
And the other dude isn't. Bronny is doing all right in the G League. He's getting minutes on the main roster. We're selling jerseys. We got media coverage. Nigga, the Lakers is they got a lick. Like, we got the 2-for-1 special. So yeah.
Number 2 in the West.
As far as with Stephen A thing, it's like, you only talking about my son because he's my son.
Yeah.
So I can go into dad mode, and you got to live with that. And guess what? Stephen A can keep talking about him, and he got to deal with LeBron. I miss the days of a nigga telling you something, I'm gonna do something to you, and you got to make a decision.
You missed the days.
Yeah,
Real
because,
baby.
because people are just doing shit with no consequence.
Yeah, facts.
So there's a lot of shit that be going on with no consequence. So
And that's why shit happened.
people be just doing shit. Somebody got to come back and smack the shit out of you and say, yo, you can keep doing it, and I'm going to keep smacking the shit out of you. That's your choice. And however we go about that, not saying it's okay.
Nah, I'm with you. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm gonna say some shit that niggas don't agree with. Remember when Meek Mill came out and he said niggas try to bash him for this, but I agree with him. When I think it was like some like sexual assault allegations about somebody, and he's like, niggas need to get their ass, niggas need to go back to them days when niggas get their ass whooped.
Mm.
I agree 100%. I think he said nigga don't need to go to jail or something. Nigga to get his ass whooped.
Yeah.
I agree, because that's one of the days when niggas thought twice about doing some shit. Think about it, bro. A lot of these niggas mistreat women because their brother's not around no more, or they might not have brothers. Why? Because back in the day, you had to think twice about going in another nigga hood to go see a chick, especially if you're doing something crazy, because you gonna get your ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta be pussy. Like, niggas, everybody ain't pussy. Man, you thought twice about it, though. You ain't no dummy. Like, you can be the baddest wolf in the motherfucking in the forest if you want, but you ain't no dummy. You ain't stupid, nigga. That's why shit's happening. Niggas extra horny, putting their hands in place they don't want to be, because they know there ain't no consequences.
It's consequences, but it's just not. You're not getting your ass whooped. Because I bet you whooped that nigga ass, right? But now that nigga come back at you with a gun. Now,
Yeah,
you
back
just
in the
right.
day, nigga.
But that's what I'm saying.
all that.
Niggas wasn't doing that. That's why I say gone are those.
Talk about
days.
in just general now.
No, I know, but that's why I'm now. That's why you don't have that, because it's like, all right, cool. I dare you put your hands on me.
Well, niggas
I
need
say
to
what you want to say.
Well, you need to just man up.
You know, I'm
'Cause
coming at
I
you.
think niggas was getting killed back in the day. Niggas always getting killed. Niggas get killed every.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just these. It's the fucking food, man. I'm sorry. Like
The food?
Yeah, niggas eating too
So
much
we
vegan
get-
shit, all this soy.
The soy.
Niggas getting motherfucking feminine because niggas are scared. Because think about it, bro. Like if somebody do something to my loved one, I think twice because niggas is getting killed. But you shouldn't be thinking that much twice. Let a nigga put his hands on my daughter.
Actually, bro.
Let a nigga try to, because I got one too. Fuck you talking about. Yeah, you can do all that you want. Like niggas need to man up. Niggas be soft. I'm sorry. Like
It's not just that though. I mean, it is that too, but it's this, bro. Because like even talking about the conversation of Stephen A. Smith and LeBron, that's a conversation that we shouldn't even seen. Right, because everybody is here.
Yeah.
You're not taking an ass whooping no more.
Mm.
Like before, you fought, you scrapped it out, cool. You go home, dust yourself off. A few people.
You brought that up. LeBron didn't go do that on a public platform so everyone could see.
Yeah.
He, yo, man to man, now I see you. Yo, do me a favor. Keep my son name out your fucking mouth.
You know why that went wrong? You know who started this shit?
Who?
World Star. That's the first thing
That
I thought
wasn't
about. That's the first thing I thought about. World Star.
was
Remember,
over with.
that's when things changed.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you could fight and lose and be cool, get up, fight again. Niggas started being scared of losing because of the humiliation that was attached to it. Because back in the day, you could lose, you don't be humiliated. Even if you got a black eye, like, I got my ass whipped, I get up.
If you was there, you was there.
Exactly. Now,
You wasn't?
the World Star created that Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so kids gonna crash out now.
Yeah.
You get beat up one time and the world see it.
Millions of people.
Yeah, I do with it.
Sharkeisha. I still remember about the Sharkeisha. Boom! I still remember, like, nigga.
Damn.
Exactly.
Damn.
And you never gonna forget.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I mean, I don't remember the girl that Sharkeisha hit, but I remember her.
Man.
More dad stuff, bro. Y'all said a whole lot of
I
dad
want to
stuff.
talk about some dad shit.
Y'all had some dad stuff.
Tim is a
Y'all just kept
dad.
saying stuff.
Oh, it's a damn.
What is your little one?
Just turned 3 last month.
3.
Yeah.
Phil's been a dad to a 3-year-old. Just running rampant. It's like they turn terrible too, which is never grow out of it.
Yo, it's wild. It's wild. Yo, I'll be weak, right? My daughter will come home and just start demanding stuff. Daddy, apple juice. Daddy, snacks. Daddy, muffin.
He could have been one of the realest niggas in the world, bro. They don't care about none of that.
Yo, bro, when I say I feel it, my daughter not even 2 yet, bro. Whoever taught her how to say more, go to hell. I'm trying to tell you, she's 1 year old. More.
Oh, she do it. She
bro, even if she don't say it right, her body, her hand
It's
language
Rachel.
is loud as hell.
Oh, that's Miss Rachel.
Bro, her sign language was loud.
Miss Rachel.
I'm like, calm your little ass down, nigga. Who you talking to?
Miss Rachel.
It'd be funny though, because I'll be like, Jay, bro, like, I don't know how you do it. I'm gonna fold every time. He'd be like, nah, bro, she bad, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
You playing with her ass?
Yeah,
I ain't
it'd be
playing
funny because like you trying to figure out like when it's too much, when do I stop, when do I I give in,
Yeah.
and then you having a girl first. Oh, damn, they got me. Like you just a sucker. Like I mean, but at the same time, like you gotta figure that place with your kid where it's like I can give you, but I'm not spoiling you too much to the point where I'm setting you up for failure.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't get me. Not at all.
What you mean?
I ain't no sucker.
He's lying.
I'm not. Ask niggas. I'm Cap.
Bro, you have the
Do I play-
softest spot in your heart for her, bro.
Of course I do, but I don't play with Alani ass. You know I don't play with her.
Hey, but that's different. What we're saying because I feel like I do the same with Brooke. My thing with Brooke is like, certain times I'm gonna say stop. All right, learn your lesson.
Oh yeah.
What did we learn?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying, like I'm teaching you like lessons as well. But we talking about like for the most part, Daddy, I want this more. You giving it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you got a soft spot in your heart.
Yeah.
But if she get to acting up,
Oh yeah. Be
I like the cute shit, man.
Yeah.
It's out the door.
Hey, I'm not falling.
I'm not. Niggas think because you ain't about to have me run. Listen, man.
So let me ask y'all this question, because Dr. Umar was just talking about it.
Oh yeah.
So his daughter came out and basically, like, I actually will play the video and accused him of not being an absent father. And he
What video do you have? We gotta play the right one because this nigga talked in circles. You got like the short, concise one?
No, I'm going to play the video from his daughter first. And I'm going to paraphrase what he said. What he said was crazy.
He was wilder.
The nigga, bro. One thing I will say, bro. That's another thing. People like they camouflage like being all educated and things like that, but you could see through it.
When a nigga is a nigga.
Bro, when a nigga repeat himself all that time, like, bro, you gotta go read some more books. I'm sorry. I might sound like I'm judging. But, bro, you ain't gotta continue. He'll say the same thing 4 times. That's because he need to work on the vocabulary. Mm-hmm. Am I lying? Like, you need to expand your vocabulary. Right? Am I maybe I'm
I think
I'm
you also don't know how to capture people.
Yeah.
Repetitive.
That's not
Yes, you remembered it. If you don't remember nothing else from what he said, you remember the thing he said 4 times.
I don't remember what he
But
said.
that's his science to what he does.
Yeah, it is.
So I was
donation,
ironic.
donation,
Yeah.
donations, donate. Thank you, my sister. Donations.
He's a therapist, ain't he? Wasn't he like
Yeah.
a psych person?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate it. He like, I'm like, yo, shut up, man. Well, go ahead.
She talked for a long time. Okay.
Short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. Hey,
Dr. Umar in his love-rooted rants, because there was a couple, essentially alluded to like, ask your mother. If I'm paraphrasing correctly, yeah, I could check me if I say it wrong, but ask your mother.
Conversation.
Why? You know what I'm saying? Let's have a conversation with your mother as to why I'm not in your life. What are your thoughts? Yeah, go ahead. Deep side, Negro side. Go ahead.
Nah, I try to be careful with this conversation because I do understand how fortunate I am to be able to be in my daughter's life. And I want to be careful with all the men who do face like the hardships of trying to be there for their kids. And I just try not to be like biased, but at the same time, just from my experience, it's hard not to hold niggas accountable. I'm sorry. Because I do believe if you're there from the jump, it's a hell of a lot easier to fight that. But what happens is like niggas get scared, understandably so. But I don't want to give niggas excuses. Niggas allow the woman to carry a situation for so long, so when they do finally go to court, the court will favor in a woman's favor. What I mean by that is I'll break it down, right? We had this conversation before. If the mother has been in the child by herself for, let's say, 3 years, right? And you come along as the dad and say, I want split custody. That's breaking the norm of the child's everyday life. So, of course, the judge is going to rule in the mother's favor. And that can be unfair for the man. I understand, right? However, if we do a better job as men to fight to be in our kid life from day one, that can never be the norm. So when we go to fight, the judge is only going to rule for the child, the norm of the child, if that makes sense. So when I hear this and he say, ask your mother, all I hear is just another black man making an excuse. You get what I'm trying to say? No matter how hard it was. I'm trying to, like, I want to be understanding. I don't want to be judgy or nothing like that. But still, when you say ask your mother, bro, you didn't show up how you needed to show up. And now you parading some type of, you said I paid child support. Who the fuck gives a fuck about child support? Granted, I don't want to pay child support. I don't wish that on nobody. But even I think I said it to my friends. If I have to do that, so be it. I'm still gonna be there for my child because I'll be damned if I allow this to get in between me and my kid. Cause my kid gonna know what the fuck is going on. You allowed space enough for your kid not to know what's going on. So when your child come back and asks for questions, you say, go ask your mother. That shit is corny. And as a man, we talking about 1% better. As a man, I could never look to my friend and be like, that's okay. I don't think my friend would look at me and say that's okay. I don't think I would be in a space with my friend. That's allowed, if that makes sense. Not even allowed. It's just so like, bro, I don't even care about you being Dr. Umar. Because some people can be like, you supposed to be this person. Nah, it ain't about that. It's about you being a man. Fuck all that other shit. We men first. All the other titles come after. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, when I hear that, it's like, bro, where's the accountability from a man? That's what I think about it.
Ain't she like 23?
22. Yeah.
Even in the worst case scenario, you couldn't get involved the first 18 years because whatever happened. We 4 years past now. Still nothing? And she said they've been communicating.
So he said, so they agreed. So she said that they've been communicating. He says that it's recently, that it's a money grab, that he's tried to contact her and link up with her, that she's just doing this for clout. But even at that, bro, everything ain't for the internet. But he's a public figure, and you have these allegations. So is it something that he has to do public now that she's coming public? Or
I don't
is it
think.
something
I think because it's your daughter, in normal cases, I might be with it. But at the end of the day, if this is your daughter, in my opinion, if this is your daughter that you actually, like you say, you care about, I think I would try to. I wouldn't be in that situation, but I think it would be a smarter decision to try to remedy this offline first.
So I'm going to disagree respectfully in a way of saying, I'm big on this. Any allegations, I'm coming right out. When Jay-Z did that, I loved it. Man, don't play with me. A lot of niggas, shit happen, they think it's going to blow over. Nah, fuck that. My character. So if it is a money grab, if it is anything, because he said things online, but he ain't say nothing. Ask your mother. Say what's up. Defend yourself. If you was there, if you tried to do something, nigga, I'm coming with receipts. I'm not saying I got receipts. I got this. Man, let somebody come in my character. I'm not letting that shit blow over. We talk about this all the time.
I ain't scared of you niggas.
Hey, respect. Again, I'm not trying to bring no negativity my way, bro. But let somebody come out on some shit. I'm saying, you won't even get a chance. Ain't no publicists, no PR, nothing. Ain't no PR for the truth. Nigga, no. What you talking about? This ain't happened. And we can show. Let's see it. You get what I'm trying to say? I feel like that be some famous bullshit that niggas be trying to, you gonna say something or not. You said something, you ain't, he spoke on it, but it ain't say anything. Now it make you look worse.
And that's my point. Why it's like you better off dealing with that with your kid.
Yeah.
You can't violate your kid down, right? So
shit, ask 50 Cent. Yeah.
No, I'm saying if she really on some bullshit, you can. If you've been trying to talk to your kid and she trying to clout chase, then I feel like he's straddled on the fence. I don't know what side he on. 50, right? His son, I don't know what his son did. But he came out yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? I respect that. Then you saying, I paid child support. What the fuck that got to do with anything? Ask your mother. What the fuck that got to do with you? That's how I look at it. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, if you've been there and you tried to be there and your daughter's a grown, because she grown too, right? She's still a kid though, but you talk to her and you clearly see that she trying to finesse you. Oh, I'm bringing out the text messages. Huh. Yeah, don't ever play my character. Yeah, I've been trying to be there. Y'all see this? Oh, y'all see this? I'm not talking about child support, because that don't say that you're trying to be there.
They're gonna be online. Mr. J Hill, sassy.
I don't care.
They gonna say,
hey, okay, they can't say I'm a deadbeat though. Fuck you talking about?
Do one to the other, right?
Yeah, fuck that. I'll be sassy. Hey,
no, hell no. They gonna cut this off. This the nigga that was calling and said make him be the No.
Yeah, them niggas gay too. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. I'm not scared.
We working on that. Look, we not.
We got shit to lose, nigga. Fuck you talking about? It's better now. Fuck this. You might as well get your shit off right now. We ain't part of no network. We don't got no major. Stupid. Man, y'all got some shit to say? Y'all want to say?
Grand opening, grand closing.
No, nigga. They gonna put them the niggas. These niggas on the internet are unforgiving.
Ain't no such thing as cancel, bro.
Yo, yeah, but I'm about to say the internet is bullshit.
Yeah.
If you're a person who actually lives in the real world,
this is bullshit.
Yeah, bro. That's why I say what I want, nigga. Jay, you shouldn't shut the fuck.
Fuck you and them, nigga.
Yo, I don't think you should talk about it. I don't know if you talk about that, bro.
Podcast over, bro. Oh,
bro, shouldn't talk about that fraternity shit.
This nigga Jay, he gonna get you in trouble by default. This nigga Jay,
not me.
Like he said, not me.
Not even this. Hey, leave.
That's it.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone so we can leave you alone, please.
Relax.
That's really it. That's all I have right now.
All right, bro.
I gotta say something for later, bro. But yeah.
Oh man, bro. So yeah, we canceling Dr. Umar. I know Father business.
Yeah, what's going on with that school he was supposed to be building?
Man.
Nigga be lying.
That nigga.
He a liar. I don't believe shit he said.
That nigga on could have been love, nigga. That's what he doing with that money.
It could have been.
That nigga on could have been
Yo,
love.
speaking about, was that could have been love?
What, Juice?
Juicy brought the white joint out?
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh, my glimpse. He looked.
Think so?
He looked. He looked. Go look at the film. He looked.
I was watching the episode yesterday.
Yo,
look.
could have been educated. That's the name.
Yo, what if we find out like Omar had like mad white women all this time?
He said he's never been
What if we find out he's a liar?
with anybody that is not black. But he specified, though. He said he's been with black Puerto Ricans. He's been with, so long as you are Afro-Latina, that doesn't count. That still counts as being with a black woman.
Man, we just gotta be careful with our not idols. I don't know the word. What we call these people?
No, man, bro, you just, people that you look up to, bro.
Yeah, man. Be careful the people you idolize, man.
That's the problem.
Don't idolize.
Stop. How about that?
Like, don't be careful. Just don't idolize.
No,
You can have
facts.
people, that's the problem. You can have people that inspire, bro, and you can be inspired by somebody. But the minute you start to put them on a pedestal, man, they're going to sweep that pedestal under themselves faster than you put it up.
Yeah. You know, I can't wait to have a conversation. This is random as fuck. We done. I can't wait to have a conversation with Derek Jackson.
We can set that up. You know, I mean, he commented on all the damn posts.
Yeah. Because I think it depends how you go about it, bro. Like, you ain't got to be a hypocrite. Like, things happen. Like, we talk about things and I say, I'm human. I can talk about something today, something tomorrow can happen, as long as you own it, though. It be the niggas that be trying to, like, weasel their way out of it. Like, bro, that's what makes you worse. Like, yo, if you own up to it, like, you know what? Yeah, man, I was preaching this shit. I fell victim to the world. They got me. Yeah, like, that's it. That's it. That's all. Niggas want to.
That's crazy, bro.
What's crazy?
Nah, I'm just thinking about just in general, bro. Because you could have 364 great days,
Yeah.
but 365, you fall short. And niggas just.
But I think it comes with confidence.
Because like if the 364 you preached only that, like you got to do this, and then you feel like you could have shut the fuck up.
But no, but I say you
still,
confident.
it's like, oh,
I say
sorry.
confidence because if you, bro, I could preach something and I'm still human. Shit happens. So I'm a rise up the same way. Like, yeah, okay, cool. I talked about being a faithful man for 364 days and 365 days. I cheated. I apologize, nigga. I'm not God, nigga. I'm not Jesus. And if you looked at me to be Jesus, that's on you, nigga. So you can go ahead and judge all you want, but I'm still gonna live my life how I lived it. I fucked up, I made a mistake, and I'm gonna own it. It just be the niggas that try to hide it. That's what I don't fuck with. Like, they fuck up and they can't own it.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. That's what make you a hypocrite in my perspective.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, if you fuck up, bro, we human, bro.
Because they kind of held up
Like
the
you
side of
said.
perfection.
The internet ain't real. Like, I'm not about to try to hide it from y'all, nigga. Y'all
It could have been his rebrand. Fuck the money up.
could have been a
Bit of rebrand. Stickers
Fuck
and
the money
dip.
This could have been a podcast.
Could have been a lot of shit.
This could have been 1%. Hey, yo, listen, man. That's a wrap for this week. This is a good episode, man.
It
Shout out,
was
man.
1% better.
1% better, man. J Hill.
Alexander and Blanc.
Tim, man.
Take
Think
out
I'm
Instagram, bro.
It's Tim taught you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
Platform.
he be selling gun permits. What is it?
No, you be selling guns. You arms dealer, nigga. Nigga, you war dog.
Nah. I'm a firearm instructor as well. I teach self-defense classes, how to help you get your firearm license in different states, primarily Maryland, D.C., New York, New Jersey, Florida.
Did you do that video?
The one today?
Mhm.
Yeah, I did. I might as well put it out.
Damn, that was today. We really been frying.
Yeah, that was today.
That nigga out on a flight today. I know that nigga tired.
Yeah, that was today. I got on my glasses. I'm gonna put it out probably tomorrow.
All right,
Shout out to you.
All right, man. Y'all gonna see more content from us, man. That's all we got, Alex.
That's it.
It's a wrap. We out.
We out.